Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for the Japa leads. So we'll have short Kirtan and we dive into Srimad Bhagavatam. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari यशोधनन्दना ब्रज जनरञ्जना यशोधनन्दना ब्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनातिरावनचारी यमुनातिरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपदा श्रील प्रभुपदा ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 19, Text 24. Tatascha va prachyam imam vripicche vishrabhya vipra iti krityatayam sarvatmana mriyamanas cha krityam shuddham cha tatramrusha tadhabhiyuktaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. O trustworthy Brahmanas, I now ask you about my immediate duty. Please act after deliberation. Tell me of the unalloyed duty of everyone in all circumstances, and specifically of those who are just about to die. Purport. In this verse, the king has placed two questions before the learned sages. The first question is, what is the duty of everyone in all circumstances? And the second question is, what is the specific duty of one who is to die very shortly? Out of the two, the question related to the dying man is most important because everyone is a dying man, either very shortly or after 100 years. The duration of life is immaterial, but the duty of a dying man is very important. Maharaj Parikshit placed these two questions before Sukadeva Goswami also on his arrival. And practically the whole life of Srimad Bhagavatam, beginning from the second canto up to the last, the 12th canto, deals with these two questions. The conclusions arrived at, therefore, is that devotional service of the Lord Sri Krishna, as it is confirmed by the Lord himself in the last phases of Bhagavad Gita. is the last word in relation to everyone's permanent duty in life. Maharaj Parikshit was already aware of this fact, but he wanted the great sages assembled there to unanimously give their verdict on his conviction so that he might be able to go on with his, with his conformed duty without controversy. He has specifically mentioned the word Suddha or perfectly correct. For transcendental realization or self realization, many processes are recommended by various classes of philosophers. Some of them are first class methods, and some of them are second class and third class methods. The first class method demands that one give up all other methods and surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord, and thus be saved from all sins and their reactions. ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवासी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So I hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you. So the text about Parikshit welcoming all the assembled sages. After that, he just having his queries, especially the two questions here. The series of questions are there, but this two questions is asking to the assembled sages, and he addressing them as Vipra. So it's like Vipra means Brahmanas. If you see the word to word meaning, you will come to know. So all assembled stages are in the different thought of school of thoughts. Somebody from Maimamsa, somebody from Vaisheshika, somebody from Sarvakayam, somebody is from Nyaya, somebody is Advaitas, somebody is Dvaitas. And the beauty is whole Srimad Bhagavatam was written, compiled and given to Srila Sukadeva Goswami by Vyasadeva. So Vyasadeva himself also is sitting in the assembly. At the same time, this was induced by to this Vyasadeva is Narada Muni. So Narada Muni also in the assembly. So they are all waiting for the moment actually in this arena. So they are all waiting to hear from Parikshit mood. What is Parikshit mood now? So when the whole emperor of the whole world, the kingdom, the whole Bharatavarsha is coming, everything he detached and coming and sitting in front of the sages. Itself, it's a big thing. And he chosen Ganga, the Tata of Ganga, the shore of Ganga, the Ghat of Ganga, he chosen. So that is also one of the important thing we discussed in the last session, that Ganga is from the lotus feet of Lord. So definitely I will get purification when I sit and meditate and hear about Krishna Katha. Then I will be liberated from the problem. So he just thought that very clear, with a great clarity, since he is a devotee. After that, he is assembling. So everyone got to know the King Parikshit, the Emperor Parikshit, is going to become going to die within 7 days, and he chosen a path of the spiritual to understand the ultimate liberation of the last days. So for that, sages are very much pleased, so that they all gathered there. Sages generally they will be in the forest, especially the next upcoming slokas. Sukadeva Goswami is going to come. He is a Digambara actually. So Digambara is a kind of Brahma Jnani, who is not wearing any clothes. They call it as Digambara. So those sages also, they will be in forest. Since this arena is happening, so the Jnana Drishti of Sukadeva Goswami, he saw, so okay, I will also assemble. Somewhere the devotees assembling means there must be definitely Krishna Katha, and the emperor of the whole world, the King Parikshit, also came to hand over everything to his son Janamejaya, and he came without anything, with only Kaupen. So definitely there must be some Krishna Katha and some important things going to happen there. So this is ceremony for us. So we have to assemble there. So like that, he's just entering into the arena of the sages. So it's a beautiful thing. If you imagine all these things, the southern part of Ganga, Ganges, that area, there all the sages. There is a sloka mentioned, sages from the universe. It is not from only Bharatavarsha, because Narada Muni is sitting. So Narada Muni is a universal traveler. So he came. So sages from the universe, not only the material world alone, the Bhuloka. It is about everywhere. All the Shabda Rishis, all the other school of thoughts, Gautama Rishi. There is a big list. We might have seen that previous sloka. So they are all assembled there, and they are going to discuss something about the important duty one must do in the lifetime, in all circumstances, especially the person who is going to die shortly. What is he can do? That was the question was here. So this question is very clear. In that the proper translation, some 3 words I want to highlight is, oh trustworthy Brahmanas. He is addressing the sages as Brahmanas, and it is not simply Brahmanas. He is telling trustworthy Brahmanas. So Brahmanas means there must be the trustworthy nature should be there. Brahmanas means they're very much honest on their duties, on their behavior, on their nature, character, everything. Because they are practicing the Brahman. What is the Parabrahman that they are trying to practice? How to attain the Parabrahman by some regulation, some austerity. So Prabhupada always says that austerity is the power of sadhu. And is one area Prabhupada says human life is meant for to do austerity. This is another point Prabhupada always says. Human form of life is meant to do austerity. If you are not following any austerity, then you may not consider to be a human. You should have some regulation, you should have some restriction about this material enjoyment. If you don't have that, then you are feeding your false ego nicely. It is not only about austerity is not only about the physical level, like waking up early and do something, cold water bath, and you have to stand in one leg. It's not like that. It is also a part of that, but it is not completely that alone. Austerity is the physical level, and the mental level and spiritual level. All three level, this austerity should be followed. Physical level, whatever all I just told, that maybe comes waking up in the early morning, chanting Hare Krishna, taking bath and worshipping the deities, attend Mangalarati. So these are all the things. You have to fast on Ekadashis, all these things. That is physical level. There is level of mental level platform. So there you should not allow to feed your false ego, false prestige. That's what, if you're not working out for mental level, you cannot consider as a Brahmana. People, we can, in the bodily level, we can see outside they wear nice, what is sacred thread, and wearing dhoti, kurta, tilak, everything you can see in the outside Brahmins. They put nicely like this, and they put here, everything. They chant some mantras. They themselves feel proud about that. But that is not actually Brahminical standard. That is not actually the Brahmana's level. The Brahmana means he has to work it out in the mental platform. Especially mental and spiritual platform is very important, because physical level of showing Brahmana Tva is like this is visible to everyone. But the mental level and the spiritual level, only it is your software level inside working out. You can easily become a Brahmana as an outside fit, what do you call it, outfit. But inside, you have to be a Brahmana in the mental level and the spiritual level. How come we can do that? So there is a beautiful saying about this. So there is a huge difference between the humbleness and at the same time your envy or egoistic. There is a difference. When you are humble, that is a Brahmana's nature. And when you are ego, you are completely into material platform. So if you think this, it's for both the thing, you have to work it out for mental platform only. So what you have to work it out? You have to work it out on your false ego. If you see, if your false ego dominated or controlled or ignored by you, that is called humbleness. It is my false ego, but what I do, I dominate that. I ignore that. I don't want to be in that mode, false ego mode. So when you ignore that and to be in your own position, it is called humble mode of you. That is humbleness. But the same false ego, ignored or insulted by others, is called false prestige. You feel prestige. My God, this fellow is not respected me. This fellow is not treated me well. So this for both the thing is false ego only the matter. So you clearly understand the false ego ignored by oneself is humbleness. The false ego ignored and insulted by others, it is false prestige or envy. This is the software level understanding of our software, mental platform, subtle body. So Bhagavatam teaches that go to your software and correct it. Not only work out with this hardware will help to sustain your software. But you have to put your effort to repair or regulate your software all the time, update the software, don't allow the small virus to affect the software. Virus of envy, prestige, false ego, all these things. So the trustworthy Brahmanas, I'm feeling so many things from that. So trustworthy Brahmanas. So Parikshit addressing everyone as a trustworthy Brahmanas, and they only can give the real light of the path of devotion. So they only can give the bhakti because they are finding Brahman everywhere. Brahma jhana iti Brahmana. So he is doing that. He's just keeping that in heart and he's just uttering this word. Oh, trustworthy Brahmanas. Now I ask you about my immediate duty. So in this, so many things is there. So he's just asking the questions to the trustworthy Brahmana only. That is also the point. So we cannot ask some question the person who doesn't know the answer, the person who doesn't worth to answer. Many times we will ask something from outside people, motivational speakers, and there they will say blah blah blah. They put so many things, but you will not get answer. That won't transform you generally. But once pure devotee, you go and ask, he will give you one crispy, sharp answer. It will slap you, actually. It just bombard your heart. My God, this answer I want, I'm anchoring for. Because this strong answer is not there in my life. Because of that only, I'm taking everything easy. I'm just taking my life is very easy. I want to enjoy this life. But this fellow giving the sharp nail directly into my heart because the wrong thing I'm doing in my life is just showed off in front of me. So this is very important for me. This person is important for me. So Parikshit feeling that because it is not one pure devotee, one devotee, it is assembling of devotees, sadhu sangha. It's happening there. So there is a correct uh, time and situation. He can ask the question of his immediate duty, even though he knows. From the strong, pure, practicing devotee, person who is following austerity seriously, from their mouth, if you hear, you will get more motivation to do that. That's what, even though Prabhupada mentioned the purport, even though he knows these things, he want to conform with the authorities. Prabhupada mentioning in the purport very nicely. So that nobody will question and it should not go controversy. Okay, Parishit did his own. Nobody will say because it is approved by the authorities. So what is the questions? Now only we are touching questions. The question is, a question before question, there is another line, important word. After proper deliberation. Please, after proper deliberation, tell me of the unalloyed duty of everyone in all circumstances. The circumstances is just putting the situations. And he is telling after proper deliberation. So when you ask pure devotee, when you ask the person who knows the things, he can deliberate in a proper way and give you a proper suggestion according to the time, place, circumstances. Prabhupada is such a person. Prabhupada sitting in America and talking about Varnashrama. But when Prabhupada comes here, Prabhupada is telling about you have to do more. Because those people only following very nicely. Then you are the Arjun people, so you should do more than them. So he is telling according to the place, time, circumstances, he is giving because he is deliberating where I can say what I can say to this person so that this person's life will be transformed by saying some words. So Prabhupada is such a person-specific fellow. Person-specific, the personality, great personality. It is not only Varnashram Dharma. He taught many things about Sankirtan, Mahaniyajna, preaching, Gurukul system, so many things he's brought it up. But the ultimate basement is everyone should be in the Sattvic platform to practice Krishna consciousness. That is the platform Prabhupada trying to bring it. So under that basement, Prabhupada spoke many things on the time, place, circumstances. Because Prabhupada can able to deliberate the Shastra, introspect the Shastric injunctions, and it should not go out of line in the Guru Parampara. It is in line with Guru Parampara. What is Guru Maharaj told, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the same thing he repeated according to the time, place, circumstance. So we have to be also do that. That's what Parikshit Maharaj addressing. After proper deliberation, please answer my question, these two questions. What is the first question is, what is the duty of everyone in all circumstances? What is the duty generally? And specifically of those who are going to die. So this question itself is showing that Parikshit Maharaj is so clever. Parikshit Maharaj is so smart because he stick with the ultimate purpose of life. How can I get it the perfection in the my end of the few days of my life? So you chosen that path. So Prabhupada is mentioning that out of these two questions, question related to the dying man is very important because everyone going to die, whether it is 1 month or 100 years, that is up to that. But people, we don't know when we will die. Prabhu, what is this, Prabhu? Morning, you are telling about dying. No, it is a truth. It is a bitter truth. It is hard to digest, but this is the better the truth. It is not bitter truth, it is a better than the truth. Because it will happen one day anyway. So what we have to do for that, that is a matter. That is what Bhagavatam is teaching. Prabhupada says, from second canto up to the last canto, it is all describing about these two questions. The whole Bhagavatam from second canto to this last canto is answering these two questions only in different angle. Parikshit Maharaj is teaching. Sukadeva Goswami is teaching to Parikshit Maharaj. So here also you see the very important thing about these two. One is protected by Krishna, one side. The another side is the person who is assured by Krishna that you come, my Maya will not disturb you. Before Sukadeva Goswami coming to the earth, is telling that Krishna assured, don't worry, my Maya will not touch you. Then with that surety only, Parikshit Maharaj appeared. Whereas this listener side is Parikshit Maharaj is protected by Krishna. Already I said in the last class, Parikshit Maharaj by birth also protected by Krishna, and Parikshit Maharaj death also ensured and protected by Krishna's Katha. Here directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead came. Here Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of Bhagavatam came and protected. So this very nice analogy you can say. Okay. So the question here is what the person should do who is going to die very shortly. So Parikshit Maharaj asking this question before Sukadeva Goswami arrival. The entry of Sukadeva Goswami is another beautiful arena. We are going to discuss that. But here it is mentioned before the question. So all the sages, they are waiting. What will speak means the Parikshit Maharaj what he is going to ask us. And the question is something very direct question. So they are all waiting for the worthy person to answer. And they also wanted to hear from the Brahmagnani, the wonderful devotee of Krishna, who is assured to him that my Maya will not disturb you. So that kind of person I want to hear about the glories of Lord. So all are waiting for the Sukadeva Goswami's arrival. So Bhagavad Gita is already spoke about what is the ultimate truth one should do, one person who is dying, the permanent duty in life. That is surrender unto him, surrender unto Lord Krishna, to leave all the duties, all the dharma, and surrender unto him, serve him. So since this was already known by Maharaj Parikshit, but still Maharaj Parikshit wants to confirm, because here it is Prabhupada is highlighting the Shuddha. The word specifically means Suddha, means perfectly correct. What is the perfectly correct thing that I want to hear from the sages? So if we hear from the authorities, so there is no question of controversy. That is what Prabhupada is bringing the point here. So like this, the conversation is going. Finally, Prabhupada end up with some three class methods. The first class is about the surrendering completely, and second and third level is something about to attain the first level. That is what the whole purport in the last lines. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much all the assembled devotees. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.